Hey, everybody. RIP to the student on the screen. There are reports that what he wanted to do. He wanted to open. He wanted to be an entrepreneur. Had dreams of opening up a gym. I saw that on a different news report. And what I wanted to talk about, I don't know if we have our blinders on. That could be it. I don't know if we're being like totally delusional. That could be it. Or I don't know if we're playing like we don't know what the problem is. And the part I wanted to reference was a part where, you had a parent on there. Of course, she seems like a decent, concerned parent, but that's just one. But the community activists, and they're saying, about we need the community leaders, the advocates, and also the lawmakers to intervene. You want them to do something. Well, they're doing something and locking them up. But then you want to holler about that. Here's the deal, and I say this in the spirit of love. I really do. Here is the deal. The community is out of control. Sorry to tell you, the community way out of control. What we don't want to face is we have fatherless homes. We have women who have become pregnant by men that do not give a darn. I don't care. I don't want to hear excuses. He trying. He ain't trying hard enough. We have a community. We live in a matriarch, and we have men that go around with the women who are agreeing to this, and they create a whole bunch of families. The women should already know by now that the dust buckets cannot take care of them. So what happens is we have a matriarch where the woman, I guess she got to be the breadwinner. I mean, hell, somebody's got to do it. It's either her or Zaddy. And then we have what I call our community dollars. And the community dollars, that's money where a cousin, a sister, aunt, uncle, grandpa, everybody got to pitch in to help out baby mama. So I don't know if we're trying to play dumb and act brand new. The lawmakers didn't put these kids here. The community activists didn't. No. Who put the kids here? The violence that you see, the crime, this is basically, in my opinion, it's just a result of fatherless homes. And the women just keep on getting pregnant by these dust buckets, sign up to be IOD. And they release a tragedy upon the community. And the hardworking, decent parents, be it a single parent that has it together, teaching their kids morals and values, be it a two-parent home, you're still going to have dusties in each set. Oh, it's guaranteed. Who birthed the children? Who created them? Did the lawmakers do it? The community activists? Did the advocates do it? The community leaders? So basically, you want them to do something about your kids. The issue is the BC needs to really slow down, and I really mean this. It needs to slow down on birthing, because guess what? It's too many parenting fails. That's what's up. And we don't want to face it because you can't tell us nothing. And that's why the community ain't about nothing. We don't want to face the reality that we have women with low self-esteem, want attention from a man so bad, because at this point, you should already know how it's going to go with these dust buckets. I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise. We have a bunch of fatherless homes, and the men can create family after family, broken home after broken home, and just move the hell on with no accountability. Then I guess the mom is working. Somebody got to work, bring him a check, because he sure isn't. And so the streets raise the children. And you know what's out there in the streets? And it's not like we didn't know this last week. A documentary I saw, I thought, dang, this is just craziness. So this crap been going on. 50s, 60s, you name it. Same old stuff warned over. And the documentary, I believe, may have been it looks like to me maybe late 60s or maybe 70s. 50 years and something, we still slow. I guess so. The lawmakers. Well, when they lock them up, you're hiding. It's too much time. It's too much time. They didn't have to do that. What the hell do you want? Community going backwards every day. Going backwards every day. And if you look a lot, people do other crimes, other communities do crimes too. This one's going backwards big time. There's no safety net. Because then if you do, the one that's trying to build a safety net, the other fool's going to shoot, kill, and rob that person. So, again, who do we think we're fooling? What we don't want to address is the main issue, and I don't care about your preachers and all that. Oh, yeah, they got the little church robe on. Yeah. The community leaders, advocates, and lawmakers. Who put the children here? We don't want to face it. There are children from fatherless homes, and they are roaming about just doing destruction, creating destruction, havoc, mayhem, murder, robberies. We don't want to face that. We don't want to say what I'm going to say is, for the next 5 years, it'll be great if we could have no more baby mamas. Now, if you sign up for the program and you want to, you can handle that, okay, good for you. But we don't need no more baby mamas that's sitting up here putting forth these angry, inferior seeded kids, because it's an inferior seed. You don't even know how to act. And you're black too, and you are doing a job of a Klansman. You are a fool, and I mean that. And if you're upset, shit, the stuff you do pissing me the hell off. We don't want to talk about that. We want to put our blinders on. Well, we need some community leaders and some advocates, lawmakers. Who put the kids here? What we need to do is stop, creating our own destruction. And that's what we're doing. Believe it or not, is what we're doing. This is KKK Part 2, featuring Boo. That's who. A lot of our people need reprogramming. All we're doing is breeding destruction. The immigrants are making more progress than a lot of black people, I have to tell you, collectively. A lot of them can get their licenses now, you think? So they can get hired for jobs and what have you. Progressing. And they're committing crimes too. Cartel getting hella mega rich during this time. Some of us are achieving things, and I'll be posting those. We've got a young black man. What did he get? I think it's $1.6 million in scholarships. Gee, I wonder how he got that. Was he running the streets? And he could come from the seat of poverty, but somebody stepped in with some structure. Have 2 young black girls they're in their teens, honey. I know I probably couldn't do it. Have solved a 2,000-year-old math problem. The community is way out of order. We need structure in the home. And if you can't give structure, then the best thing for people to do is not to have children. If you don't want to have kids, you're not ready. If you're not married, seat of poverty, got enough stay in your life, you might want to go ahead and get your birth control on tonight. We do more destruction than building. And then look around other folks, look what they got. We ain't got that because you don't have no darn sense. You have self-hatred. Sure, they commit crimes too, but it's like on steroids. So the lawmakers, you want them to raise your kids? Again, did the lawmaker get you pregnant? The community leaders, you want them to raise your kids? We're holding everybody responsible except the parents that put them here. And we sure as hell they're not going to put that on the fathers. This is a result of fatherless homes carrying the seed of poverty, and it's guaranteed to go wrong. That's what this is. We don't want to talk about that. We want to pretend as if the kids are going home to a loving environment. The homework is being done. The house is clean. There are chores. Are you kidding me? It's like somebody, they've got internal bleeding on the inside, and then you see a cut on their arm or on their leg, and you're like, oh, let me get this Band-Aid. This Band-Aid's going to help you. No, they've got internal bleeding. They've got cuts here, then you go to the ER. Well, no, I got this Band-Aid. How do you think it's going to turn out? They have internal bleeding. I got my Band-Aid and my, some wipes or my alcohol. Fool, they got a gunshot wound. And you talking about you got your Band-Aid and your wipes and your alcohol. That's what the community's doing. Either we're playing dumb, and heaven forbid we call it out. Then you be considered like the email I've seen before given to me, which I really don't give a darn. Oh, you a black man hater? No, honey, I come from a proud black man, okay? A provider. And if you don't like me, that's tough, because guess what? A black man raised me. That's who taught me about investments. That's who taught me about business. I'm not here for you to like me. I didn't ask you to. And if you do, fine. If you don't, that's fine too. And I'm still cool with you. But at some point, we got to stop all the BS and stop pretending like everything is okay. And I'm going to pray about it. Then I'm going to sit down. Okay, what you going to do? Since you're a person of faith and a believer, I mean, doesn't it say, let's see, about faith without works is dead? Well, I think it's going to be all right. That's the lazy cop out. So we get on the camera and we talk all this stuff and then nothing happens. The community leaders, the advocates, and the lawmakers. I didn't hear one darn thing about as far as like, we need to get the parents under control, raising of the children. The prison pipeline, it starts in that home. It doesn't start in that school. It starts in that home. That's what behavior is learned. But this is a result when you have a community that believes in, we accept it, and we just have a lot of fatherless homes. This is what we're doing to ourselves. And so we can pretend like, oh, it's really not a big deal. And, you just leave it alone. Oh, okay. We're going to see how that's going to turn out for you. We're going to see how it's going to turn out. I got to turn it out not so great. It's an embarrassment. So why don't we just stop all the bull crap and say what it is? Community leaders, advocates, lawmakers. Who got them pregnant? Did the community leader get them pregnant? Did the lawmaker get them pregnant? Where's the daddy at? The mom and dad need to be in check. But we don't want to do that because, of course, they're going to put it all on black women. And then when it comes up, okay, so it takes 2 to create a child. So where's the other 50%? We don't know where he is. Well, no, we don't know. Where is he? But this is what happens when you have fatherless homes. And I'm sorry, the community looks ridiculous getting on the news, talking all this nonsense, and want to pretend like the problem is community leaders, the advocates, the lawmakers. The problem is in that home. We're determined to build a foundation on destruction and wonder why it's not working. Determined to build you a house on sand. I'm gonna do it my way. Okay, look how it's turning out. We're an embarrassment. We really are. So this here, I'm like, are you serious? No one wants to talk about the fatherless homes that the men here are putting kids that don't give a darn about, and it's up to the woman, and she on the struggle bus. And the women check out too. Just died. Some check out and don't even care. Some know these kids are committing crimes. Guess what? That's my song. You understand too. Sometimes baby mama love a thug. Oh, you think they don't? I have seen, I must do a video on that. I have seen 3 black women. I don't mean on television. I have seen 3 black women have a chance that decent black men didn't want them. So here's one that's not a thug. They didn't want him. Oh, no. This one here, what's wrong? Oh, he got a house. He think he's something. What a Negro staying with his mom in an apartment, and he's a baby dad that's unemployed. But you checking for him. I got you. You checking for him. Here's a black man that has a home and no children, has a nice corporate job, no children, no felonies. You know why you don't want that man? I think because you know what? You have low self-esteem, and you haven't taught to want better. So what you do, you want to play it safe, and you're going to pick up like what your mama probably pick up that scrub because you think that's all you deserve. You don't want better. No, you're going to pick up that scrub because you think, well, maybe that's all you deserve is that scrub. Your mama picked up one. She did all right. I'm starting to think that, so you must think that this man is better than you? Is that what's going on here? Why you pick up this reject over here? What are you going to take you out on in his mama's car? On his bike? We need a whole. I mean, I tell you, I'm gonna end on this. The group needs, I think, intervention. Oh yeah, and it needs to be real. An intervention needs to take place. And until you get the home lives right, the structure, we don't believe in family. We just believe in a hookup and a thought and a baby mom and baby daddy. Until you get down with the basics and try to get some corrective behavior, you're gonna always be playing this blame game. This is so stupid. You need the community leaders and the advocates and the lawmakers. No, you need to go ahead and get a family structure down. Women need to stop carrying the seed of poverty D and become an IOD. And we need to have the black men to stop being dusty and stop creating all these multiple fatherless homes. That's if you want change. But I know it's all a joke. So when you see that, it's like, wow, it's an embarrassment to the world because people know it's a joke. You can have your truth and your choir robe on. They do not want to speak the truth. This right here is a result of fatherless homes, dysfunction, mothers done checked out, don't give a darn, kids running wild. And some kids, the parent that's there can try to tell them what to do. They're gonna do what they want to do. The kid is gonna do what he wants to do. That kid is gravitated toward the streets. Hate to tell you, this kid is like the seed that is men, like the man that have put him here. The kind of man you give and have a child, don't be surprised that your child is the same way. They got his DNA, and you working. As I said before, you trying to sit up here and make Mr. GED, Mr. MIT. It's not gonna happen. Anyway, thanks for listening. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Rest in peace to the kid on the screen. He wants to be an entrepreneur. He wants to have a gym. Well, now that's just not going to happen. Simply said her on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.